good day. It's just a quick, just testing this Ecamm and just trying to get my perspective. I can't. The other one's not working right away, but I'm getting it. Yeah, and yeah, it's like, yeah. I'm just playing with obviously some of the slotted cars here. I'm going through, finishing up the review on the Mazda here. Crazy car. But I was just going through and I just finished this car and I just thought I'd test these new cams. I'm not as smart as George is on these things. So I got another cam there, but it's not recognizing it, so giving it a run. Watching races from the weekend and editing photos. Yay, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I just finished tuning this car, the Chaparral. I know it's not for everybody. I took the stock motor out, I tamed it down a little bit. I put a Predator 18 in there, just tame it down a little bit. I got an NSR low profile pinion, reduced diameter axle, and then I have some F22s, I believe, tires on here, intrude the fronts, stuff like that. It's not a car for heavy combat. I just love the Chaparrals and they run really well. For me, they're just fun to sit here and enjoy them. Yeah, it's a good car. Did you see the video that Maurizio did explaining the difference between this and, of course, 787, the earlier model? If you haven't seen that, I'm sure you have, though. But Maurizio goes through the differences. It's an all-new chassis, body, obviously. So make sure, if you haven't seen it, to check it out. Because there was a lot of questions about it, and it's a great running car. I've got some, I think, 1172s on here. I believe I did I don't know, I'll have to look, F22 compound. I gotta start writing these things down. But that's all, no weight right now, just pretty stock, just set at the front end. Beautiful running car. I think this could be very competitive. Yeah, okay, yeah. And you talked about the label, the new label on the cars. It's a legal thing. The motor's the same. I bench tested this motor and the one in here from the Ferrari or whatever, and it's the same V12. About 400 RPM difference, which is within the plus or minus tolerance for our little short cans. Well, for long cans too. But I think it's a testament to Sladek's commitment, for him to make that video, for the enthusiasts out there explaining it, for him to take the time to do it. It's not every day that you see the owner of the company in question sitting down to do a video like that to inform us. Some of us are geeks, we like stuff like that. Hello, Lenny, hello, welcome. You guys have a great weekend, have some fun, get some toy time in. I don't know if you remember this car. But I don't have the other Mazda. I gave it away as a gift. But Maurizio was talking to me, and, you know, the Nissan is the natural adversary, so I took it out. I actually hadn't had it tuned, and I took it out, threw some tires on it, and the body, the styling, everything is really close. You know, so really good matchup right here. A few years old, I just had to get it out. Yeah, front and center, right, you know. Hey, John. Hey. Yep. I believe we alluded to that last night in the live. That's passion, right? You know, why was a model like this even made? It's because he's passionate about Group C. It raced, and therefore it's going to be in the collection. When you look at all the Group C cars that he's done, the question would be, well, why wouldn't you, right? Of course you have to do this model. And yes, it's very unique. But if I was Maurizio and I had done all this work in a fantastic Group C program that no one could ever come close to repeating, of course I would do the mold. I didn't know crap about these cars. I mean, back in 1990, I can promise you I wasn't watching any Group C racing. I learned it all from our hobby. Our hobby teaches us. And last night I spent a good hour and a half in the Neo recliner. My body glove. I spent too much time in that thing, but sitting there reading about this racing, that Mazda, the program, you know. Just smooth running cars. They don't need a whole lot. Maybe once in a blue moon, you might get a bad wheel or a bad mold on a tire or whatever, but it's very rare. And this one here, I loosened the pod. I haven't done anything. I haven't even taken the body off or anything. I just loosened the pod to track test it. And it's the C1 compound tires, but I mean, this is when people ask, man, that's $100. Yeah, well, that's my hobby and it's worth it, you know. There's a little chatter there. Front need to be true. I can tell that right now. Yeah, the shade of blue on the wheels. A little on the light side, yeah. You know, a lot of this goes to the photographer back in the day when they took photos of them. Because you can't really go by like the Goodwood Festival of Speed where they have the cars back and they've been restored and everything. You look at some of the photos, it's all subjective. Who was the photographer, you know? You see some of the photos like the NSR 917 where the blue is off. That's because some of the photos they took of the car, that's the color it was. And you know. So sometimes it's hard to go by historical data. It's just how accurate is that data, right? Yeah, I agree with you. Happy to spend the money. Obviously, you know. I mean, I got one of the level slot Mazdas, but I had already had those 3 on pre-order coming in, so I couldn't get them all. But I can't pass on the slot. I somehow have no ability, you know. I don't have the willpower. But this car, you know, just the finish of the car, how opaque the white is an indication of the quality that's going into the paintwork. And it's just a beautiful car. You know, I have all the other ones, so why pass that up? You know. Yeah, they're fine. They're just fine. Couldn't get the other camera. Hub! Hey! I was just running the Mazda that we talked about last night and everything. Just been running that. This is the one I took and put the Predator 18K, kind of tamed it down. Put a little bit of lead in it. But there it is. It's running well. I think I could put a little bit of weight in it. And I got the front end set up right where I want it, but I'm going to have to, I'll take it out and throw them on the chiller and get those down. I've got some Quick Slip Zero grips I might just throw in the front to cheat and make it easier on myself. Hello all, hello. I'm trying to keep up. I have a bad habit of keeping up with the chats. I look up and it's not on purpose. You know, since we're here, this is the new. I'm not sure why we made the change here with the packaging. The box is longer, but this is the latest NSR. What do you say? There we go. Huh. Yeah. It's a good looking car, huh? I like the C8. Don't even get me started. One thing about NSR, their cases fit. They are a tight fit. So, there we are. Wing. We'll get to that. Let's see what we got here. Well, I know what we have, but it's a great car. There we go. There. Let's see what we got. Oh. One thing about them, they got some flat braid, don't they? Very soft. I don't know what your preference is. Often CB in my future. Yep, a little bit. But it runs, just a little bit of chatter. That's probably, yep, you see it? Well, I don't know. That's not fair to ask you that. It is, yep, just the front end right there. Go through there and set up that front end, but that's all it is right there. Just a little bit. It's a quick one. There you go. Hey John, how you doing? Yep. That's all I can really expect. Just a little bit of maintenance on them. They are enthusiast grade cars, and all they really need is a good owner, somebody to take a little bit of time with them. I don't expect them to run 100% perfectly right out of the box. They're made for the tuner, the racer. So, but I have no complaints there. Just work on the fronts a little bit. That's all I'm gonna need. Get that tripod set up. Yeah, really nice. Yep. That'll do. That'll do. Now we'll get back to the Mazda. John, did you get this car? Yeah, the braid. It's like some of the girls in the '60s. It's like they ironed it, you know, and it's flat. But it's really soft braid. I like it. Oh yeah. I really didn't think this car would be that popular, but a lot of people are talking about it. And there's Lee called me tonight, and yeah, I don't like to brag. He actually talks to me and everything, and we were just talking about the Group C and the consistency of slotted and just how well they run. You really don't need to do a whole lot, and Mauricio has made so many improvements over the years, you know. But you know, this car here, a few years older chassis, etc. But try to keep the same consistency, and they just run, and they're fun, inline or not. I don't care. Inline against inline, so what does it matter? I know a lot of people do it. You know, I could print one myself, but I don't want to change the chassis or anything. They're fine the way they are. Easy to see. Yeah, a lot of it with some of the NSRs is just getting that pod set up right, maybe a little weight, a little tire work. It all comes together. My other C8s are pretty planted. I've got a couple of Repsol ones. I got those on sale because nobody cared for them. The looks of them, I'm like, I don't care. It's an NSR. I got a blue blur and an orange blur, and it's fun. I know John you did a good job with the wheels on that one. I got with Lee, and I think I'm going to get some myself just to do a little change. I know the fine scale Ferrari enthusiast is going to probably pass a stone over it, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I haven't made an order for some fresh wheels like that in a while. This is this is a stock compound. This is fresh out of the box. Yeah, let me get that other one. I just like the vets. So, said I know a lot of people weren't fans of. Well, this is actually pretty brand new. It's the orange one. Not everybody was a fan of this, but I didn't. I didn't care. Let me give it a little bit of loosen up there. Make sure we have contact there. I just thought it was a good looking car. Oh yeah. That'll do. Yeah, the inserts. Yeah, Lee and I were talking about that blue's a little bit off. I'm like, yeah, I could throw some panel line at it, darken it up, or I think I'm just going to have some fun. So I ordered some wheels, some staffs. Lee's like, yeah, you ought to do that. Just make it different. I'm like, yep, I think I will. There we go. That. Nothing wrong with this car. Nothing's perfect. I think their styling. Scale over makes a very good kart. That too in this series. I like what NSR does with it, so I kind of stay. Once I find a car I like, I stick with the brand, but I might get one as a head-to-head comparison. Oh yeah. This is pretty good just the way it is. You put some staffs on yours, John, right? Is that what you did? Yep. Pretty sure. Lining them up. Oh. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. It was just a quick test of the camera. I've got to work on the perspective, and George will probably have to help me with that. I'll get the other one set up. So, appreciate it. I was just reminded by my real boss what time it was. So, Mondays. I really don't want to do that. This is what I want to do. Oh well. So anyway, thanks for dropping by for just a few minutes, guys. Appreciate it. You know, we'll see you on the other side, right? Right.